Hello, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy, and I'm here for day 3 of Vlogmas. Happy weekend, happy Saturday. It is December 3rd. And let's just get into it. If you have not seen any of my Vlogmas videos so far this year, I am doing my advent calendar. I have one that I'm working on right now, and then I have a 12-day one. So we'll be doing 2 as we get closer to Christmas. But my one that I am doing is the 24 Days of Tea from Adagio Teas. This is my favorite loose tea company, but more specifically loose leaf tea company. This is the 4th year I've been doing their teas, and you know, after I had theirs the first year and then I did it the second year, I won't even look at anybody else's. I've tried a couple other brands. It didn't quite do it for me, but I'm a big fan for this one. It has a lot of different blends. We've got green teas, herbal teas, white teas, black teas, oolongs, like name it. There's probably at least one blend with it in here, and most of them are unique to the 24 days. So that's also always fun as well. So we will do this, and then while my tea is steeping, we'll talk about the holiday novella that I read today. But let's do tea first. So we are on 3. Oh, I couldn't find it, but today's is, where are we? Here. It's written out. I was looking for the number 3, and I was like, I don't see it, but because it's in letters, not numbers today. I feel like this cardboard is a little bit stronger than it was last year. So, before I completely pull this out, alrighty. Ooh. Okay. It looks like we've got a green tea here today, maybe? I'll pop that there. So we've got cranberry nut muffin green. Let me just glance. I have my spreadsheet pulled up for the 2 previous years that I've done this, just to see how many repeats and to kind of keep track of my scores. Okay, so it looks like this one was in last year's, the 2021, and I only kept track the last 2 years. But it doesn't look like it was in 2020's, but it was in 2021's calendar, and I gave it last year a 4 out of 5. So we shall see. So cranberry nut muffin green. So this is recommend steeping 2 to 3 minutes at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And this has green tea, apple pieces, cocoa nibs, cranberries, raspberry leaves, orange cranberry flavor, red cornflowers, pecan flavor, vanilla flavor, and this has moderate caffeine. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't know where my scissors are. I was using them earlier. Ooh, I can smell the cranberry already. Ooh, yeah. I know I've had this one before, but I haven't had it since last year. And this was December 18th last year. But yeah, it has, you can get the nutty scent, you can get the nutty, the cranberry, and then it has that green tea undertones. So that is what we're looking at. Those red cornflowers, I love. Give that little pop of red in there. Super pretty. And then those dried apple pieces are super prominent. I am a huge fan of green tea. I love green tea. So today I will be using this steeper. It's a pretty fine mesh, and I love that it comes with the little stand, and then it's a pretty wide enough that it'll work in most mugs. I feel like I've had this one since college. I've had this strainer for a long time, and I feel like I got it somewhere odd, like Big Lots or a little tiny random store that was by my college, but this is still one of my favorites. So let us get, oh, and I will show you today's mug is a Mandalorian mug. And it's full. So we got him and Grogu, but then we've got the ship. So the ship's not repeated, but I love it. It's huge. It's big. And I love this like gray blue base color. Okay, so I will get that steeping. I'm super excited. And I'm definitely going to let it sit more than the 3 minutes it suggests. I love green tea and I like my green tea strong. Hi, when you say hi, you're yelling at me. Say hi. Is that hard to be a cheese booth? Are you stuck? Yeah, I know. It's sweater season. Yeah. You know, I just cut your claws. I don't know why you're sticking. Now she's just happy as can be. But, I was going to say, if you did not notice, I found a cute little craft tree. So, I'm going to try to put that up. I got a couple little ornaments and a little tiny string of lights. So, at least for now, I can have something Christmassy for the background and just to give me that Christmas ambiance, because it's really sad that I haven't been able to put up my trees. And I have one really big, like 7-8 foot tall tree. And then I also have like a little 3-4 footer that I like to put up. But I've got tree number 3, but the other 2 are in storage. And it's weird because I usually decorate Black Friday and that weekend after Thanksgiving. So it's a little sad that I haven't been able to put all my Christmas stuff up, but anyway, I'll at least be able to get that little tree up, and hopefully tomorrow in tomorrow's Vlogmas you will see it. But I found it at Hobby Lobby, and I'll just show you. I found these also at Hobby Lobby, gumdrops. They're super glittery. And then peppermint, like little peppermint patties. I thought those would just both be really cute on it. And then I found these poinsettias, but they're buttons. So I'm going to kind of string them up and turn them into ornaments because I thought these were super cute. And these are in like the button area. And then I also found these guys, just stars, but I don't know if I'm going to put them up on the tree because I also got a tiny little mini garland. Hi. And so that's super, and I got a silver one, so that might just be enough silver. So I might like do like a garland or something with these guys, but, and then I found these cute little tiny lights to add to it, and they're Snoopy's. And my mom was a Snoopy fanatic, and because there's only like 20 of these guys, or like 15, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, there's only 10. So I thought these guys would be cute for the little tiny tree, but I need to get batteries. But I might plug the little thing that came with it back in just so I can test and see how they all sit, and then put batteries in it later. But there are those cute things. So like I said, hopefully tomorrow it'll be all set up for the background. And then I also am a nutcracker collector. So I got my nutcracker for the year. I also got this at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby and Michael's always have super unique nutcrackers. And I found this guy, and he is a sheriff. He's got like a little gun, and he's got like chaps. And I'm just like completely over the moon about him. That's weird. His chaps on this side are being funky, but anyway, so he's got chaps and he's super cool. So I have a whole bunch of them, and that's what he looks like on his back. But I don't know. I thought he was super cool. I have enough of the more classic ones that if they're like different colors or something fun, then I'll go for a classic Nutcracker. But I have so many of them that I like to go for the unique guys. And Hobby Lobby is a great option. I've also found really cool unique ones at Michael's before. But so this guy will probably be my one of the year. I try to keep it to one of a year now that I have a decent collection, but I'll put him back. So just a little bit touch of Christmas going on here. Let me check this and see how it's going. Yeah, it definitely needs to steep longer for me, but it is where people, I feel like, would normally like it. So let me switch here to my Vlogmas information. So the novella that I read was Festive Fever by Hallie Bennett. This is the first book in her Christmas and Curves series. I got this for free on Amazon a few months ago, but I know that the other books are in KU, so this one is probably most likely also in KU. But when I tried to pull it up to look, it just was like, you purchased this. So this is about 70 pages, published, I think, in 2021. I think it was published last year. It was either 2020 or 2021. And this is super cute. It's, if you like Hallmark movies, definitely check this one out. It has, there's something on my lip. I can feel it. It's like very much Hallmark inspired. So the hero of the story, his name is Thatcher, and he was a child actor. And when his series came to an end, it was a pretty popular series. He ended up kind of being led astray by his agent and not really making good decisions on what pieces to do next. So his career kind of took a nosedive. So he's been kind of supplementing his income the past like decade or however long it's been by doing mostly theater plays, and he does like coding or something, and he's a like freelancer, or he does it on a project by project basis. But he's recently made a comeback and gotten a new agent, and he has done two Christmas movies, or two, well, I don't know if they're both Christmas. I know for sure one is Christmas, and it's specific that one is on Hallmark. And so this is all set at what they call MaryCon, and it is a convention for Hallmark, Lifetime, and HAC movies, which I think is a company that was created for this book that also does like the similar wholesome Christmas romance movies, not just Christmas, but Christmas is kind of the focus here. So he is going to this con because there's been a cancellation from one of the bigger actors, and he's kind of new to this scene, to this portion of Hollywood, and so his agent was able to kind of get him in, and hoping that, you know, more fans will notice him, or he'll catch some eyes in with like producers and executives and stuff, so then he'll be able to do more holiday movies in the future. And the heroine of the story is Emery. She is a huge fan of just the romance movies, but more specifically like the Christmas ones. And as a gift, I guess, her best friend has gotten her a position to volunteer at the con, and she is going to be assistant to one of the actors or actresses that are at the convention, and kind of help them get, like, man their signing booth and help them kind of make sure that they're getting to all the events that they're supposed to be at. And she ends up, and she's hoping that she gets paired up with this actor that was in the first Hallmark Christmas movie she watched, and she's always been a fan of him, but she ends up getting paired with Thatcher. But she has seen his 2 movies, and he's also a little bit older. It's not exactly sure how much of an age gap. There's no real like ages said, but from vibes I got that she was probably mid to late 20s and he was probably late 30s, early 40s, because they talk about how he does have a little bit of silver in his hair. But so she gets volunteered with him, and because he's new to the scene, he doesn't have a constant flow of fans for autographs, so they have a lot of downtime to kind of sit and just talk and get to know each other. And he's super attracted to her. She is curvy, and yeah, it was their romance, and it was basically them getting to know each other. And then it's very like Hallmark inspired, while also knowing that it is, because like it's Hallmark inspired because he's like a Hallmark actor, but then the things that they're doing are like straight out of a Hallmark movie, which, so it's like a play on a play on a play on a play of itself, which is really fun. So like they do like a stocking decorating contest and a gingerbread contest, and so they have all these different events, as well as a couple panels, and then just like the meet and greets. But he's super attracted to her, and they really kind of get to know each other, spending 12 whatever hours together almost constantly. And after a couple days, they end up kind of acting on the attraction. What I thought was super cute with this is it doesn't, like, before we get to epilogues, it doesn't end with a marriage or anything like super crazy. He's like, I'm definitely feeling feelings for you that aren't just physically based. And then he also says, like, do you want to try to make this not a weekend thing? And let's try to make it work. And she's just like, okay, let's do it. Let's be crazy. Let's try to make this a real relationship. So I thought it was super cute. There are 2 epilogues. One epilogue is a year later, and it's them returning to MaryCon, and they have since been married. And it was a really short epilogue. I feel like it was only a couple of pages. And then we got a second epilogue, which is 3 years after that one. So I don't know if it's 3 years after the first epilogue or 3 years after the end of the book, but it's about 3 years out. And she has been super supportive of him, and he is wrapping up on his 8th film for the holiday season, and they're just kind of celebrating, and there's a little bit of a steamy scene. He is definitely a dirty talker and is very vocal, and I was just like, whoa, unexpected, but okay. But yeah, so I enjoyed this one. It was super fun. I did give it 3.5 stars as my official rating, but I'm going to round it up to 4 on Goodreads. It just was a little too, like, it wasn't quite insta lust, like, because we do hear and we do at least see that they've built this connection. We just kind of, like, we just see the cute moments when they're doing the stocking stuffer, and when they're in between places or getting ready to leave for the day, but we don't actually see them, like, the deep relationships or the deep personal conversations that they're having when there's nobody at his booth, but we are told that those conversations are happening. But I get it, this is a super novella, so that's why I didn't really dock it too much, but I did want more, I guess, establishment of that part of their relationship. I also felt like he was a little too, like, I don't know, because they're waiting to get called into a panel, and it's like one of the big main panels, so they're behind the stage and the curtains, and this is like the first time they've like touched in more than just like a flirty way, and he's like kissing and biting her neck, and he starts like dirty talking, but like what you would expect in the bedroom behind closed doors, not in a public place. And I was more, I guess if you're into that, it would be titillating. But for me, I was like, whoa, this is too much, too fast a little bit. But otherwise, I did enjoy it, and it's super fun. At some point, I probably will try to pick up the second book. The second book is, I saw the younger actor that she had a crush on before, and who's like her favorite actor, when Emery was going to the con. And I guess it's going to be his romance with one of the women who are there in line to get his autograph and photo taken and all that good stuff. But yeah, so this is kind of insta-lusty, kind of insta-lovey, or insta-crushy, I guess. Like, I wouldn't say it's 100% like, it's insta-lust. Like, for sure, they feel the attraction to each other right away. But I feel like they both kind of hold back on it. And even though they wait like 2 days, which, you know, in real world time is a long time, I feel like for books that feel super insta-lust to me, it's like immediate. Like, they meet and then 20 minutes later they're in the bathroom, or they leave and they're together forever or something like that. So it wasn't quite that insta-lusty. And there was, I felt like, some good like banter, and you could feel more of the connection between them, just not quite as much as I would prefer to get to a 5-star. But I know that's also harder to do in a novella. I feel like the novellas that do work for me, that get 5 stars or 4.5 stars, are ones that they have a relationship beforehand, and it's not just that they have it, but that it's done well, and you can actually feel the tension or the emotions there without having to be with them for that prior period of time. But yeah, I definitely am excited. Hallie is another new author to me, so I'm certainly intrigued to read more from her, and I feel like most of this series is all curvy heroines, because it's called Christmas in Curves. And I think the second book is also a curvy heroine. So heroine. So I'm guessing the third one is as well. But yeah, and I've already started tomorrow's novella. I started it during the post-game show for the Avalanche. They lost today, and it wasn't a very good game, but I'm not surprised because the Bruins are really flying right now. And I mean, it's not an excuse, but the entire fourth line are all AHL call-ups. 2/3 of our third line are AHL call-ups. And let's be honest, the other third of the third line it wouldn't be too surprising if he got sent down to the AHL for more experience or whatever, but he's been doing decent for the most part. But one of our top defensemen got sent back home to Colorado this morning, and they're currently on an East Coast road trip. And then we had 3 healthy forwards. So we had 3 of our top 6 forwards who were healthy at the beginning of this game, and now we're down to 2. And 1 left in the middle of the first period from a dirty freaking hit. So I don't know, man. The Avs, they've gotten the injury bug before, but I mean, they always have the injury bug, and it's really frustrating. But this feels like way worse. So I don't know. I feel like we have more Eagles players on our team, which is our AHL affiliate, than the freaking Eagles do, because they've probably had to pull people from the ECHL or whatever, but I don't know. But let's try our tea. So, super strong. The nut, the cranberry steeped has kind of mellowed a lot, but the nut is super prominent when you smell it. So it smells like a nutty green tea, and I am here for it. Yeah. Yeah, so I gave it 4 out of 5 last year, so this year I'm doing out of 10 rating. I don't know why, but yeah, I think I'd stick with that 8.5 out of 10. It's good. It's not my favorite green tea, but it's definitely good. I think I want more cranberry from it. So if I had like a cranberry syrup or something, or to add just a touch more to amp up the cranberry, I think that would certainly just give it that little extra zhuzh I want from it. But otherwise, I mean, it's a green tea, and I haven't met a green tea I didn't like, so. It's still steaming. I don't know if you can tell. But it's like still super steamy. That's good. That's really good. Yeah, so I knew last year I liked it, and it's still a hit. So that's always good. It's always interesting on those ones to see if I like it more, or if I like it less, or if I like it the same. And that one's still about the same, but I feel like for one that I knew kind of going into that I would like, I mean, it kind of had to completely be a weird blend, I think, for me to not like it as much. But anyway, I'll stop rambling at you. This one was a little bit of a longer one today, but I went over some more fun Christmas stuff that I got from Hobby Lobby. I also went to Big Lots today to see if they had any stocking stuffer stuff, because I can usually find really cool unique mugs there. Speaking of, I don't think I told you, I actually got this at Big Lots too, but I got this sometime over the summer, so I don't know if they'd still have them in stock, but I got this one at Big Lots. But I can usually find really cool unique mugs or stocking stuffers at Big Lots, but it was kind of a hit and a miss today. And then I also ran over to Target real quick because they had the mini lights that I got for that on sale for like $1.50 or $1.60 or something super crazy. So I just got them from there instead of Hobby Lobby because they were cheaper. But yeah, so busy day. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to, get more bookish and other content from me as I try to catch back up here and as I continue through December with Vlogmas. And if you've made it this far, leave me... I'm trying to pick an emoji for today. I'm looking at the cover. There's got like sweaters and stuff. So leave me like sweaters or gloves or scarves or beanie or I don't know, some sort of winter clothing accessory type thing below. And I will see you all tomorrow.